thanks for joining me for today's video. I had a total disaster on the first floor of my house and in my yard, so I tackled those items on my to-do list today. And I'm starting the video off in a little bit of a weird way with cleaning Squanchy's half bath downstairs, but it was the task that I was dreading the most, so I wanted to get it done first thing because I knew that I would put it off, and I really can't because A, it's gross, and B, Squanchy doesn't like using a dirty restroom, which I can understand. So I mentioned in my last video that we are toilet training Squanchy, and we're taking it really slow. We're using the City Kitty, which is a system that you put a tray inside the toilet and then you gradually cut circles out of the middle of the tray until finally you don't need the tray anymore and your cat can balance on the side of the toilet and they're used to using the restroom. We started with the tray on the ground, and then we just moved the tray up into the toilet, but we haven't cut any of the circles out yet. So we are still using regular clumping litter that Squanchy is used to. We don't want to change too much at once. So we are going to, next step, start transitioning him to the flushable litter before we actually start cutting those holes in. So all that being said, this bathroom gets so gross now with his litter, especially now that it's up there in the toilet. He kicks litter everywhere, and then he tracks some stuff onto the toilet seat, so there's a lot to clean up. And then you'll see like he digs in there and all those crevices of the pan get really gross. So like I said, my most dreaded task of this cleaning video, so I got it done early. And I am going to be doing a deep clean of the bathroom. So I clean the bathroom every day, but this is a different task. It's deep cleaning. I am using bleach. I read on the ASPCA website that you can use bleach as long as you really rinse it thoroughly and that odor dissipates before your cat goes back in that area. So I am rinsing everything really thoroughly. And I also, Squanchy did try to get in the bathroom. He was very curious about what I was doing, but Juan tried to keep him entertained. So we kept him out there until the odor had dissipated, at which point he was ready to go back in there and make a mess after I'd just cleaned. So yeah, you'll see me cleaning everything really thoroughly in here because like I said, it gets gross. If you want to see a video at the end of this process, once I have, fingers crossed, successfully trained Squanchy to use the toilet, let me know. It's going to be a really long process, but I really hope that it's worth it at the end of the day. I hope I don't have to scoop any more litter and that he can just go in the toilet. It would make my life so much easier and be cleaner in the long run, although right now it's super messy. So let me know if you want to see that video in the future. Tackling the kitchen now. This is embarrassing. This was only about 3 days worth, I think, of dishes, and I don't know how 2 people can make this many dishes. To be fair, I did meal prep a little bit, but it's still absurd. So I'm gathering all the dishes and I just have to get to it. I really want a clean slate moving forward, and I have to be better about regularly tackling these dishes because this was a really onerous task to get done. It was so much work. So I hope that you find motivation in it. Let's get started.
Leaves turning yellow, I'm back where we first met. It is raining, but all I can see letter in my wallet, I'll keep it till we meet again. You should never doubt it's true, I am not forgotten you. You're the one on my mind, and I could spend the winter too, as long as I am there with you, 'cause you're the one on my mind, the only one I reach inside, the only one on my mind. We'll meet again. Friends tell me that I should move on and try and forget, but this is not another tragic love saga that dies in the end. The letter in my wallet, I'll keep it till we meet again. You should never doubt it's true, I am not forgotten you. You're the one on my mind, and I could spend the winter too, as long as I am there with you, 'cause you're the one on my mind. You should never doubt it's true, I am not forgotten you. You're the one on my mind, and I could spend the winter too, as long as I am there with you, 'cause you're on my mind, the only one I reach inside, the only one on my mind. We'll meet again.
I needed to tackle our yard today. It's starting to finally feel like spring. It's a little bit warmer than last year, which is nice. It did hail and thunder and rain last night, so we had a ton of debris on our porch and in our yard. And then also, because spring is starting, our grass is growing, and with that, all of the weeds are growing as well. So I did pull out all those weeds and sweep up the yard, and I cut the grass. We have a lawnmower, but we have such a small patch of grass that it's honestly easier for me, with these minor upkeeps, to just cut it by hand rather than pulling out that lawnmower. If it's really bad, I will, but for now I just used my shears. And we did bring Squanchy out for the first time this day into the yard, and we've been getting him used to his harness inside and trying to get him used to the leash inside. So today was the first time that he actually ventured outside, and he was so cute and so curious. He kept me company while I was pulling those weeds, and then hopefully eventually he'll get used to it enough that we can actually take him for walks. Which I know is probably weird for some of you, but we want him to get exercise and accompany us while he's supervised and on a leash, rather than just letting him roam outside.
Years have passed and I did not notice. Still I'm thinking about our past. Now when you are gone, I can see all things so clear. It was all pretend. You look back and I look back, we don't see the same thing. It's time that we just let it die. Oh, I can find a higher love over
So on the final day of cleaning, I had a couple of things left to do in the kitchen. As you saw, I already washed all of the dishes, but I hadn't really wiped off the counter, so that's what I'm doing here. And then I really needed to clean out the sink because after doing all of those dishes, my sink was disgusting. And normally I use Barkeeper's Friend to clean our sink, but I was out and I didn't want to go to the store for it, so I placed a Grove order. And they had this Bon Ami, which I've never used before, so I just got that instead, and it worked fine. I might be a little bit biased. I think that my Barkeeper's Friend gets the sink a little bit whiter, but this got those scuff marks that you can see. I washed a sheet pan and there are all these black scuff marks in the sink, and the Bon Ami got those out really easily, so I recommend it. Supposedly it's natural. I haven't really done my research on it, so if you're interested in a more natural soft scrub cleaner, look into this and see. Let me know what you find. If you do find that it's actually more natural than Barkeeper's Friend, maybe I'll switch over.
Get out of your skin. All it is matters. Let it in. If I could, I would be right here with you. In this world of ticking clocks, I hope I'm getting through.
We also had a mountain of recycling to take care of and boxes to flatten. And it started with just one little box, and Squanchy loved playing in it so much I felt so bad throwing it out, and then it just became a horde of recycling. So I'm gonna definitely take care of that. I don't want him playing with the cans and bottles. I ended up leaving him one little box, and you'll see the one that I'm talking about. It's the one that he keeps crawling into like a little tunnel because he just loved it so much. I didn't have the heart to throw that one out. And then there's also a tiny little piece of plastic packaging, which we've had for a while, and he likes it more than a lot of the other toys that we bought for him. So I'm a sucker. I kept those two little things, even though basically it's trash, but everything else went into the recycling. So you'll see some Squanchy appearances here. He could not get enough of everything that I was doing. He had to make an appearance in every video. The last few things that I'm getting done in this video today is just picking up all of the random stuff that I had sitting all over the floor and all over the house. And a lot of that includes cat toys because this little kitty is already so spoiled. So I picked all of those up, and I have a little box for him in our living room that I just used to gather all of that stuff up. And then I'm going to be vacuuming. And you might be wondering what that table is in our living room with a wheel attached to it. Juan really likes playing Gran Turismo, and you might have seen in one of my previous videos I did fold it and put it away, but everyone, you have to pick your battles. If he uses it all the time, I fold it and it just comes right back out. So today I'm not going to fight that battle. I'm just going to vacuum around it and leave it up for him to enjoy playing his game. We all need something to enjoy during this time. And then I'll sweep the floor and Swiffer. You'll see, of course, Squanchy attacking the broom because, like I said, he felt the need to make an appearance in every single clip that I filmed, which is adorable. But yeah, this was my total disaster clean with me, all on the first floor. And I feel so good now that I have it all done. I'm going to try to keep up with it rather than letting it pile up. But we all know life gets in the way and sometimes it just happens. So I'm also going to include a tiny clip of Squanchy at the end for your enjoyment because I am obsessed with this kitty. As you can probably already tell, he's taken over our lives. So please keep watching until the end. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you find it motivational and it helps you get your to-do list tackled. Have a good one.
And that you were still a friend of mine. Our story wasn't over yet, and no one can tell what's coming next. The journey is not ours to control. The journey is not ours to control. I'm glad that it is so. I'm lucky it is so. I'm running at the speed of light, trying to seize everything I desire. But as strange as it may sound, when I'm still things